Endings. The aspect of a story that brings it full circle. Some may end in tragedy, some can be happy, some leaving you with a feeling of emptiness. But all in all, they're the things that wrap up a story, leaving you with a feeling of closure. No, that's not how this video is going to go. Endings, at least in anime, manga, manhwa, and all else, are things that I hardly see these days. And I'm not talking about endings anime have where they pretty much say, "Congratulations, you finished our anime. Now go read the manga to find out the true ending of the story." Which is sometimes not true because the manga is still ongoing, therefore not having an ending. And when most of these good series have over 40 volumes, and the average anime covers like less than a quarter of that, then it's pretty much an investment of at least $300 to find out the ending of the story and counting, unless you want to take a one-way trip to the high seas. And then you find out the ending sucks, and you wasted your time and money. I feel like the longer a series is, the harder it is to end it. You have all this build-up, and then when you get a bad ending, you feel defeated. You feel like you're wasting your time on a series that you enjoyed quite a bit. Oh, but people say it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Well, if I was on a journey to space, would I be excited to find out that there's nothing to do up there? And would I say, oh, the journey was super cool to go to space. I loved having to plan years in advance and get into all these high-end space schools to train to be an astronaut just to go to space and be like thousands of dollars in debt. No, I'd feel like, what a waste of my life. But jokes aside, I feel that in most of the anime and manga I consume, I don't see a lot of series with proper endings. Or the endings just feel forced. Or ultimately there isn't one at all. I've been reading One Piece for 5 years now, and have been caught up most of the time. When I first read the series, I thought it was the best series ever. Lots of plot development, lots of characters, lots of action. I had a lot of time, so I wanted to catch up on this super long series. Well, let's fast forward to today, and I'm constantly reading each chapter coming out each week. Would I still say it was worth the read? I could definitely say that I caught up with One Piece, but to be honest, most people don't really care about what series you're caught up with. It's not a flex to those who think it may be. No one's going to like you more, and you're not going to be more knowledgeable on anything other than the series you're reading. I'm not going to spoil anything, but in the state One Piece is in now, it's not ending anytime soon. And with Oda making tons of money off each chapter, there's no chance the series will end by 2030. And if it does, then I don't know, I guess I was wrong. When I read the series, yes, I did get a lot of information from it, and it was fun reading it at some points. Some of the arcs were cool, some of the characters are pretty cool. But as I shift towards reading and watching other series that are shorter, I find out that those series just offer more in terms of quality in a shorter amount of time. A few years ago, I watched a 6-episode anime called Golden Boy, which is about a guy who tries to find a job at many companies, but can't seem to secure one. And along the way, he meets all these women who he forms strong bonds with. This series, despite its length, is better than most of these anime or manga out there. Not because it's shorter, but because it comes full circle, mapping itself out to then create an ending that wraps everything up. Could it have gone on for more episodes? Yeah, but I don't think it would have been a good idea to do so because it would have done more than it was originally intended to do. And sometimes that could be good, but most of the times it's unnecessary. One series that I've read and watched that continues beyond its ending, in my opinion, is Moriarty the Patriot. This series is a Sherlock Holmes adaptation that focuses on the antagonist, William James Moriarty, and his mission to kill all the rich people in Britain through manipulative and destructive actions. Sherlock Holmes, like in the original story by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, is Moriarty's enemy. At one point in the series, they fight it out, like every final fight of every story should be. But the story still continues afterwards. I won't tell you what happens, you're gonna have to read it yourself, but the story after the final fight is just boring. It feels like you're hanging out with the guy that overstayed his welcome at the party. Like, it was time to go home way before the next day hit, but it just kept going. That's what really ruined the story for me. Or when Psycho Pass continued after the first season. I know people like seasons 2 and 3, I just didn't like it as much. I thought Makishima was probably the best character in the show, and once I didn't see him, it just disappointed me. I just wanted to see more of his character grow and develop like all the other characters. And if you want to hear more of me talk about that, I have a video shown on screen right here and linked in the description. And just so you know, I don't hate these series. I love them, up to a certain point. But after reading and watching series that were written with an ending in mind from the beginning, I'm starting to appreciate more short-form media like movies and such. This is why I appreciate anime movies a lot. Ninja Scroll, Jinro, All the Studio Ghibli movies, apart from this one, they were all written with an ending in mind. And all of the events that happened had a purpose. They all led you to a very emotional moment in the story. And that's why I love anime, manga, manhwa, and such. An ending isn't something that's supposed to be bad. An ending may mean that something is over, but it doesn't mean it sucks. It's supposed to be closure that brings everything full circle. It's supposed to be something that you see and make you feel like you've spent your time well. It's supposed to make you feel like you've seen something really good. And it's supposed to be something that will make the story stick with you for the rest of your life. And hey, there's nothing wrong with rewatching a favorite movie or show. I love doing that too sometimes. And also, there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with what I have to say. Your viewpoints on anime and manga endings can be different. You may hate them, but the awesome thing is that there is no one correct answer for all this. One Piece may be your favorite show and you may not want it to end ever, and that's great. It's great that you found a show that you enjoy and can enjoy for years to come. I'm also starting to appreciate more anime originals like Gurren Lagann, Cowboy Bebop, and Code Geass, just because they're created with the mindset that one day they will end and they want to make best use of the money and time the studio has to create something that will feel finished rather than something that needs to catch up with its manga, which, if the manga is over 60 volumes, will most likely never catch up with. They just have better endings, and it feels like everything was planned out from start to finish. And with all these events happening for a reason, it feels like there's no fluff in there that needs to be cut out or any unnecessary events that don't feel forced just to drag the story on further. But overall, what can you gain from this video? I don't know, honestly. Just that I wish more anime and manga and manhwa and other stuff had proper endings, or endings in general. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you appreciate endings in shows? Do you prefer movies over shows? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this video, please make sure to give it a like, as that helps out greatly. And if you want to see more content like this, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and check out the rest of my channel too. I go over things anime, manga, and manhwa related, so tune in for more content. And with that, I'll see you all in the next one.